Hi, welcome to our World War One Tuesdays, where we're building the MiniArt Austin armored car.
Yeah,
I'm building that one.
I'm building that one.
Yay! There we go. So, how are you, John?
Swell, peachy.
Good.
Just yeah, it's going through all the auction lots. All that sort of stuff is taking time, but I'm just about there. I'm waiting on confirmation for a couple of things before I can tell the suppliers to dispatch the goods.
Wonderful. I've not done any catching up. Obviously, we've been busy the last week.
Yep.
So what I'll be doing today is I'll putting the wires in, and hopefully, if I can get that done, then start putting the axles in, or at least build the front axle, because we've already done the back axle. Oh, he's choking.
Yep. No, I've not attached a back axle.
Yeah.
I've
not, because I want to paint it separate, same as the exhaust.
Same. Yeah, you're right. But I'll need to assemble the front one. I haven't. Yeah. All I've done off camera in the last week is, in fact, I did it last night, is paint the wires black.
Yeah.
So showing there.
All I've done is my lifeboat.
Oh yeah. Oh, the axle.
My new hoodie that says Biddy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
do you want to see the lifeboat? I painted some.
Sure do.
So if I switch camera, there you go.
Oh God.
It's very orange, isn't it?
Sure is.
There you go. Yeah. So I've got to put some decals on it and stuff. So I'm going to put a number on there. And I've got to put the running gear and the tracks on.
All right. So in my other build,
yes.
the chipmunk, that didn't go well yesterday. So where am I on? That is, I had awful time trying to get this fluorescent red through the airbrush. It's the AK fluorescent red, the real colors. Just all it was doing was clogging the airbrush, and then the airbrush took forever to clean out.
I found AK real colors quite thick, aren't they?
Yeah, so I didn't even know SMS made a fluoro red. I saw it today and went, so we'll see how it goes. It does look a little bit more orangey than that, but yeah, it's certainly not as orange as their fluorescent orange, I can tell you.
What you could do, if you could always get red primer, it, then put the fluorescent red over the top.
Yeah. I've got signal red as well. I could sort of wash it down with a bit of signal red, I think, but yeah, I'll work it out.
You're an intelligent man. You can do it.
I'll work it out.
Hey, I was giving you a compliment for a change. Accept it, bitch.
So we'll see how that goes later, but not right now.
No. For now, we are doing the Austin. Well, first we're going to do the chat.
Yeah.
GM says, post-apocalyptic, a 4848 build, 2 cut-up kits, mixed parts assembled, nothing glued or painted, but certainly a fun weekend. Nice.
It was good. And good chat yesterday, GM. He says, greetings, fellow plastic modelers or manglers. Are you recovered by now? Still a bit tired. That's all right.
It's all right. You get a day off tomorrow.
I don't. No, I've got a bloody safety day at Fighter World.
Because you've never worked around jets before, have you, John?
No. But yeah, I mean, it's aimed at the people, it's aimed at everybody, or currency or whatever, but it's aimed at the volunteers that like aerospace but don't know anything about it. But the fact is, we don't have any flying aircraft there anyway. So they talk about working at heights when they just don't let people, climb on the jets anyway. Like, they're getting dusty. You know, can I get up on the Hornet and give it a bit of a wipe? No, it's dangerous.
but it looks shit.
Yeah. And all electrical work has to be assessed by this guy. And I'm thinking, okay, is he an electrician? Oh, he's done the select course. I'm thinking, all right. So as an electrician, can I look at it? No. Right, good. Because I don't want that bloody job anyway.
June says, morning all. Off to do my exercise, so we'll be about 15 minutes late. Okay, buddy. Just stay away from swimming pools.
Yes. Tiff says, good morning, folks. Hope all are okay. Please don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. Thanks.
I wish I could get my voice that high. That would be brilliant. Jim says, Tiff, I've been lubbing and subscribing all weekend. I'm worn out. Lol.
Yeah. Duke says, good day, all you beautiful people.
Good day. Patrick says, good day, all. Hello.
Duke, if you can send me proof of payment to either Just Giving or to James, I'll have your stuff dispatched quicker than. I figure there's 70 odd UK auction lots that James and Steph need to go through and work out. I reckon I can get the Australian stuff dispatched if you can provide me the proof of payment before James can, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Patrick says, "Good day, all." Oh, sorry. Adam Skull Modelling says, "Afternoon, all. If I randomly vanishes because I've fallen asleep." Oh, sounds like he had a micro sleep then.
Scott says, good day, everyone. Hello, Scott.
Yeah. So I've just been messaging Scott. I've got his address. I'll get his stuff sent.
Nice.
He's already provided payment. Patrick says, hi, Mikey and John.
Hello. Matthew, good afternoon, everyone. Hello, Matthew.
Trevor 26 -V1Z says, hi all, that looks great, Mike.
Thank you, buddy.
He's talking about the beard, clearly.
Obviously. Dietz says, greetings all. Hello, Dietz. And I think they're all just saying hello to each other.
Lovely.
Yeah, there we go.
Good. I get to pour a beer.
Load-bearing beard. Yes, it carries the weight of my fat head. Dietz says, back at work, but still progressing on my A10C Thunderbolt. The fit of a GWH kit is by no means exaggerated, almost like a glove.
All right. I've got one. I've not built it. I should. Yes, Steph says they're good. I'll find out sometime soonish.
Cool.
Oh, boy.
John, could you possibly please let me know how much I bid on the auctions? I forgot.
Yes. All right. I'll go through.
If you pay by PayPal, you can just go into PayPal and it'll be there.
Yeah, but maybe he hasn't paid yet. So, yeah, I've got all the data, including the timestamps of when everything occurred on the stream. So it could be double checked by anybody and all that stuff. I'll get that to you, but not for the next 2 hours.
Deet says, if this keeps up, we may have to call the channel the Creative Veteran Beardies.
What about simply the Twits?
Twit and
the tit.
But I was thinking more of replacing the I with an A.
I don't know what you're talking about. Never seen one. Never found one.
Your wife begs to differ. Adam says, so turns out the U basically.
Oh yeah. So Scott says, yeah, Mikey, try some helium gas. You get your voice up that high.
There is a video of me out there doing helium after a couple of days after me and Kay got married. We decided to huff the helium out of the balloons for a laugh and recorded it. Not telling you where it is though. Adam says, oh my god, I'm struggling here.
And he says, let me try that again.
Deet says twit tit tat, something like that.
Yeah, that rhymes.
Yeah,
That is.
Yeah, that's it for
Cool.
now.
All right.
It's a short chat session today.
Onwards and upwards.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. No, I took your advice, Mike. I'm going to keep the green, a green mat, so I don't. It's easy to see.
Yeah, it does make the white balance a lot better as well.
Yeah. Cool. Right.
It doesn't look like everything's got a funny colour.
Where are we?
Come on, cable, out the way. There we go. Haha. Adam says, it turns out all I have to do is to be a good talker for the Warhammer job, and after this weekend, you'll know how much Scott can talk. Yes. It's kind of like a belt-fed mortar mixed with Jockinese on speed.
All right.
Helium.
Okay, so I need BA. No, BDA.
I'm going to do the wires because I'm lazy.
As time goes on, when you're looking for bits, the sprue map at the beginning doesn't help because a lot of the things you can easily identify which sprue are no longer there. They're on the model. So it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's that one. What does this one say? B. Right, need that.
What I do as well is, as I clear a section of the sprue,
yeah,
I cut that section off.
Yeah, I'm trying to do less of that because I clearly can't cope with, without throwing bits out.
Apparently so. Tiffany says, "Did you mean you got the job, Adam?" And Adam says, "Why, aye. One more interview, man, also known as coffee and showing a model I made with a story." There we go. Well, in not so Jockinese.
Well, yeah, but I think your not so Jockinese is better than my effort.
I don't know. At least yours sounds Jockinese.
Well, no, it doesn't. Bring that comment up again. Let's give it a crack. A bill.
Go on then.
Give it a bash. One more interview, also known as coffee and showing a model I made with a story.
No, hey, I'm not saying what that sounds like. It was good.
And Tiff says, "Why was he a Geordie?" Or, "Why was he a Geordie?" Duke says, GM says, "Duke, how much did we spend talking with John yesterday? I have a good idea, but the postage may possibly be slightly more." Yeah, so the thing is, the spreadsheet is on the iMac, which is in the house, and I didn't do it on Pages, and therefore I can't get on the iPad or the Chromebook because they can speak to each other. I just cannot be bothered. Oh,
I could tell you how much you bid, but I can't be bothered. Work it out for yourselves.
Oh, look, okay, we just got a thing from James. I'll read this out. What a weekend. What a community. To celebrate 9 incredible years of Model Officer community, we set out to do something special, and you all delivered beyond anything like we could have imagined. 48 and 48 live, the numbers. 66 hours of live streaming across just 48 hours, spanning 3 time zones, powered by 24 dedicated volunteers, 8 live auctions, 198 registered participants, 11 countries represented, estimated over £15,000 raised for Models of Heroes, the final figure to be announced. They're still collating the figures, but the numbers only tell part of the story. This weekend is about connection, about creativity, about people coming together from all over the world, united by this incredible hobby and a shared purpose, to give back and to support those who needed it most. Every stream watched, every bid placed, every moment shared, it all mattered. To everyone who took part, supported, donated, hosted, moderated, or simply showed up, thank you. You made this unforgettable, and we're not stopping here. The countdown is already on for our 10th anniversary, the 19th of March 2027. Here's to 9 years of Model Officer, and this is just the beginning. Hashtag Model Officer, hashtag Models for Heroes, hashtag Scale Modeling, hashtag Community, hashtag Give Back, hashtag 48_48.
Nice. He's a nice guy.
Sure is.
Matthew says, Dr. Evil, $1 million. Puts little finger against lips and laughs.
So,
Duke says, I think that I went a bit berserk, GM. Ha! Some great products and a great course. Absolutely. I need another 44 mil.
it's sort of weird that, I mentioned yesterday that, I didn't bid on any of them, mainly because I'd left my phone in the house and I couldn't do it on the stream thing. It would have come up as James because we were using his login for StreamYard. And at no time did I think to get up and get the phone. And whenever I did, it was halfway through a lot. And I'm just like, I don't have time. So I just didn't. But I got all these kits showing up, not for me, of course, but they're all going to be set aside for sessions and veterans and stuff. So that's really good. It's humbling.
Yeah. You're going to do a lot of good with them, John.
I hope so.
You will, buddy.
We'll see.
And what better teacher could they have?
And look, I don't know if I mentioned to anyone on this stream, but there's things happening with Hobbyco as well. It sounds like they're keen to jump on and support the cause as well. Not models for heroes. They certainly have already, providing 9 lots for the auction, but setting up, helping me set up an Australian sesh.
Yeah.
B4. Oh, that's not B.
Well,
that's B. That's why it didn't look like that. It's on this sprue. Okay.
Two 44mm. Adam says, I truly didn't realize how many panels are on the Zuki kit. I have no idea what a Zuki kit is, John.
The Zukimura? Is there a brand that do aircraft with lots of detail. Like ribbing and panels and stuff under substrate of wings, and then you put a panel over the top and you don't see it again, sort of. It's all just pretty bloody good. I've not built one.
Like MiniArt on steroids.
Possibly. Haven't done one.
Adam says, the fact the engine is 16 pages long. My Easy 8 was only 11 pages long. The entire tank. Tweezers. Deed says, I chastised myself on some of the lots, but even I could have bidded. Some of you were indeed a full berserker or in snipe mode. Paul says, afternoon troops, I have nearly fitted all the fixtures for things like the anchor chains to the front of my HMS Belfast kit. Next step is start building the superstructure and aircraft hangars. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well done. GM Duke, a little berserk, that's called fun. Expensive fun, but fun anyway. Yeah. Did you enjoy running the auctions, John?
Yeah, it was fun to be a part of. Like if I was just merely watching, I would have had a grin on my face the whole time.
Yeah.
But it just seemed to me like it went on for maybe 2.5 hours or so.
Yeah.
Because there's a number of lots, and I think as a viewer, I would have been bored. I don't know. I'd have to let the viewers decide, but it just to me sounded repetitive because it was.
I take it you didn't do like little lots all through the weekend then?
Did so on the Saturday we did 9 lots, but we were not interrupted, but we were interrupted. We had a guest come on, and the attention went to him for as long as we needed.
Yeah.
So and then we came back and did the last, I think, 4. But that was all good. That was Scott Taylor, the boss of SMS Paints.
Oh yeah. But you got to give him your attention, haven't you? Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's only fair.
Yeah, but Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
So I mentioned during the stream that Scott Taylor, I said, that your Facebook page where people can ask questions, and I said you come back with an answer very quickly, and it's really good that you can provide that. So, for instance, this guy earlier today asked, he said, building a Trumpeter Mustang 3-squad and RWF. It says these colours, H numbers, so it's a Mr. Hobby and Gun Sangyo, and not sure what these colour are in SMS, even though I have the paint chart. I know the spinner could be red. This particular aircraft didn't have a Malcolm hood. Advice would be appreciated. So I came back and said, well, they're American-built aircraft using DuPont paint.
Yeah.
So these Mustangs conform to the US ANA specifications, Army Navy Aviation ANA.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 and all the details. ANA, that, later codified as FS, that. They're all slightly different to what the British Ministry requested, which was colour standards BS381C, but you won't be wrong. And I listed the SMS numbers and the British specs for it. And I used insignia red, as I believe 3-squadron would have only used the paint they had in the field. And Scott came back and said, yeah, John, that's correct. So I was about to post forest green, grey, medium sea grey. And, and the originator of the post said, true, as I said yesterday, you reflected that. I'm continually amazed by the response and expertise available to all. Thank you to Scott Taylor for his involvement and taking time to share his insights. And also thanks to the people who contribute to helping others. A big difference between now and 10 years ago. Just having access to answers quickly, not having to go to a library, for instance.
It has made a big difference to the hobby, hasn't it?
Yes. But then, of course, to that response, somebody came back, actually, it wasn't DuPont paint. I'm just thinking, well, I've got a book. It has a photo of the, from the plant. So I didn't bother coming back with that because you don't need that shit.
No. Adam says, I would have went in a bit more wild, but Coteray had to do the sale beforehand as a tease. Yeah. So Adam ended up buying multiple Coteray kits over the last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's ended up buying 2 or 3 of them.
Good. Great products.
Patrick says, it was fun to watch, John.
Thank you. It's good to get positive feedback. Yeah. But no, I mean, I think we did as well as we could. Nothing went wrong. There was nothing to control. It was just fun. Like we had some guests come on that I hadn't met. I've spoken to on the phone or Messenger. Previous years. One of the people is a viewer here, pops up, Black Hats Go Models.
Oh, yeah.
And, had a great old chat with him. And even, and GM, I mentioned yesterday that we had a chat that went for hours yesterday on the phone. It was wonderful. But then, again, I had a private message from Black Hat saying, it's a truly wonderful weekend. Really wonderful seeing you getting a start on the Aussie version pre-M4H and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I think you'll do well with that, John.
I don't know. We'll see.
You're a good teacher.
Maybe we'll see.
And you got a lot of knowledge in your head. You're not stupid by any stretch of the imagination.
DA12. That one.
Don't stick with all of my hands. Tiff says, we had a right laugh on Discord voice chat.
Yeah, I didn't get in there as much as I would have liked. Obviously, it's like the streams we had 9.5 hours, 7.5 hours. It was, and by the time I finished, I was like, I need a drink.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't drink that much during the weekend because, of course, I had a couple of glasses of wine on the stage, but didn't really get a chance to get up and get one. So which one's that? I've got to make sure this is the right way around. That's 12, so that'll be on that side, and this is 11.
Yeah. Paul says, I have someone clear sprue with this kit. It contains 2 walrus aircraft. Ooh,
oh, cool. Nice. There's a brand new video by Rex's Hangar. I don't know if you've heard of that.
No.
But he's looking at the walrus and or seagull. I think it only came out yesterday. He does a lot of research and it's really good videos.
Excellent. Oh, probably should have trimmed that down. Duke says, I enjoyed the variety on offer on Sunday. Nice. With the wires, John, did you notice 44 mils slightly too long?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not much. It's a couple of thou.
Yeah. It's just off on that first one, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but it doesn't go. It goes to the other side of that bracket.
To the pedal.
No, where it joins in the middle, they cross over.
Yeah. I've got that there.
Yeah.
Where it's just slightly in front by like 2 mil of where it's supposed to connect on the pedal.
Okay. So are you going to the 44? So you're talking the one that goes to the rear pedal?
No, the one to the front pedal.
Okay, so you're seeing that it does go to the rear side of the bracket where it terminates, not the front.
Yes.
Okay. Because they do swap over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jem says, I tended to bid on tools and products. I have younger modelers and Korean veterans I can share those with. I have Seng brushes. I can pass that on that I won't need or use. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Well done, buddy. Aussie Ian says, good evening, afternoon, and morning to all. Hello, Aussie Ian.
Hello, Ian. I think one of the things I was disappointed with, but it's beyond our control. We asked donors for auction lots and stuff like that, and there were predominantly aircraft kits. I didn't want to say, oh no, can you make that one an armour or whatever. I didn't want to, look a gift horse in the mouth. But even though I'm thinking, oh, aircraft, I know that a lot of modelers want variety, and I just didn't feel that we could offer it this year. But that's fine.
Well, I know Malk was saying in the video that he did that the particular kits they're struggling to keep stocked up at the minute are German armour kits from World War II.
All right.
As soon as they're coming in, they're going straight back out.
Yeah, look, the job that Chris has with him going through and dispatching and packing and stuff like that, I'd love to do that job.
It would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd get to touch all the product. Run my greasy little mitts over them. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
And then you'd sneeze and somebody get crushed. Jim says, I have budget airbrushes due in the States. I'm now looking forward to seeing the airbrush I bid on. Forgot the name of it.
Oh, it's a Gallery Aventus.
Oh, there we go. Galleries are good.
These ones they're beautiful. You get to customize it. Any 2 colors you like, and you can have up to 15 letters engraved on it.
That's cool. That's very cool. Matthew says, I had visitors today, a friend of Sally's who loves history. He loved the Mac Cave and what I was building and painting on the bench. He was fascinated by my living history pics on PC. Nice. It's always nice when somebody comes around and they're interested in the things you do. Whenever my father-in-law or whenever my in-laws come around, my father-in-law leaves my wife and mother-in-law in the living room, and he comes in here with me, looking at all the models and stuff. Jim says, I kept John talking, listening for 3 hours and 14 minutes. I wasn't watching the clocks here until a low phone battery warning lit up. That's a first.
Yeah, look, this is the airbrush that he'd won the bid on. So, you can choose which color front and back, or which color or whatever. Yeah, you could have the same color if you like. But you've got all that. Plus, then they go into what was it? There we go. Airbrush sizes. So yeah, 0.2 or 0.2 and 4 mil, and you can have it engraved like that.
Nice.
So that's very, very cool.
Yeah.
3 different fonts. Yeah. So yeah, you could just go. Oh, it comes in a metal case. It's just quality stuff.
Yeah. Trevor says, I've just put some pics of Zukimura build on Discord. Excellent. Adam says, I have the Aventus beside me, actually, if people want photos and such. There you go.
Thanks. But it's probably easier if you just go to gallery.com. But very good. Thank you.
He is helpful, isn't he? Bless him.
Yeah.
He's a good one. That's why he's a modders.
He's a modders. That way around.
What the hell is going on here?
That way.
Trying to get that wire to sit fairly straight is not happening.
Is it?
No,
is that the one that it goes through the forward bulkhead next to the rear of the transmission as well?
No, the one that goes to the front pedals.
Yeah.
Past the gearbox.
Yeah. So the inside one and the outside one. The outside one passes through a hole in the bulkhead.
Yeah.
A bulkhead. Okay, you got that.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a cable, isn't it? It's not a rod. So.
I'd imagine it's a cable.
Yeah.
It could be a rod. I am not a subject matter expert on this one.
Yeah, it'll be a cable. Wouldn't be a push rod.
Oh dear. Is that upside down, Mr. Marley? Nobody saw that. Yoink. Flip. Attach.
Adam says, use code ASM at checkout. Oh, yeah, Adam Scale Modeling.
Oh, okay.
You got a discount code. Ooh.
Nice.
Go, Adam. Right. If I can put that down. Otherwise, I'm going to be hit all day just holding one piece. Right. Whilst that's setting, I'll put this front axle together. DA 12, 11, and B14.
Miss.
DAs are the narrow screws. Yep. And B is that one. Bob says, wait a minute, a new moderator? But has he been initiated into the Strand Beast clan? I don't think he has.
Oh, I think he's onto something.
Yes. Adam, I don't think you've been initiated yet. Paul says, Queens of the Stone Age. No one knows. It's a great tune. Love it. Why haven't I listened to them recently? I don't know. I don't know either. In fact, no one knows. Matthew says, Go with the Flow is a tune to blast out Pay You. I don't know what Pay You is. Pay as you earn. Maybe it's a crematorium thing. I don't know. Pay as you burn. Yeah. Jim says, Jin, thank you for the gallery airbrush name. I didn't write it down.
Yeah.
Adam says, I do not he does not have a beast. And Adam says, and it's 10% discount, I think. There we go.
Cool.
Bob says, so do I send Sidewinder or Forward Walker? Ooh, send him a Sidewalker.
Or a Skywalker.
Yeah. B14. Oh. Huh?
Oh, I didn't like that. Let's try that again.
Divvy. shit. That just jumped out of my hand. Matthew says, pay you was me mistyping Paul. Don't.
That explains that mystery.
Yeah. Not pay as you burn then for a crematorium.
No, I was thinking like it must be a streaming service or something or other. Pay as you go, pay as you download, or no idea.
GM says, Adam, stand by for action. That was a typo, Mikey. Yes, he didn't mean to call you Gin. He was just he was just looking at the bottle on his desk. Not that I'm implying that he's a drinker. Although, being ex-forces, I'm sure he is. To some extent. DA12 and 11. So I'll do B first. Before we start, don't forget as well, channel members, we've got the competition too as well, members competition, which will be finished the night stream in May.
Sorry, I've got gack under my thumbnail there. I only just realised. Let's see if I can clean it out.
It's Kay's Magical Kit Bash Challenge. With a very lovely picture of a unicorn. Because Kay loves unicorns. So, what the channel members have to do, I mean, anyone can sort of play along, but only the channel members can win the prize. Because, you know, I have to give them something for supporting the channel financially. So, what you have to do is you have to kit bash at least 2 kits together. And you're not allowed to use colours like green, brown, black, greys. It has to be really, it has to be bright, colourful, and fun. So use your creativity. You know, maybe do brightly coloured camouflages or something like that. And you get a prize that Kay's picked.
Double prizes.
Yes. But obviously, due to shipping things and stuff, main prize I think it'd be for if they win the UK.
Sure.
Moz has said that he would help with shipping abroad, but I'm not sure how we'd go about that. But yeah, I think most of the channel members are from the UK anyway. Bob says, send direct or via someone else. If direct, can somebody get an address to me? Adam, I can send you Bob's email address. Steve says, hi folks. Hi Steve.
Hello. Welcome back.
Tiff says, I can send Adam your email address if that's okay, Bob. Sounds kind of like one of the stone trolls out of Terry Pratchett film.
Well, it sounded to me like Little John from the Time Bandits. Oh, what with Christmas coming up and all.
I think I watched Time Bandits when I was a kid. Jim says, Mikey, no! I'm fighting a spell checker. It's a Korean into English fighting app on the phone. Sounds like a bit of an unfair fight. Is that like the Korean version of Betfred or something? It's prize fights and you have to bet on them. Junior says, finally, multiple interpretations later, exercise unfinished. Hope the rain stays off until at least 3 p.m. Yes. We don't want rain, do we? Well, we do, but it's Wales. Get used to it, boy. Bob says, yep, go for it, Tiff. There you go. Modders will send Adam your email address. Adam says, plus Mikey knows I'll build everything and anything. And Moz gets business benefits. Yeah, he does.
19.
June says, so the kit bash has to be more a what the F build than a what if build. Yeah. So something really fun. So, because Kay, obviously, some people on here know about Kay's health problems. One of the things that cheers her up is doing like colorings and crocheting and stuff that's really nice and cheerful colors and things. Like she's got cardigans that are like really brightly multicolored and things because they make her happy. So stuff like that. As long as it includes at least 2 kits bashed together. Because she wanted to force everyone to use their creativity. Jim says, Samsung being as usual. Is it me or is it the Koreans that seem to have the most problems with Samsung? Or people in Korea, rather.
Don't know.
I've never had a problem with Samsung, and I've had most of Samsung since the S1. Bob says, no green, not even sparkling emerald green. Yeah, stuff like that's fine. But it's like no camouflage colours and things like that. Colours that you wouldn't, she wants colours that you wouldn't normally use on a model, like a military model or whatever. And Mr. Morris and Kay are going to be the judges.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I mean, because Gary wouldn't have a chance to join in anyway. So it means all the channel members get a chance to join if they wish to. And like I said, the subscribers can always build along as well. It's just they can't enter the competition because I've got to be fair to the members. Paul says, I was meant to go to physio today, but I was in so much pain. Now the painkillers are kicked in, I can do more stuff. That's the problem with painkillers. You're in pain for a reason. Problem is, if you take painkillers, it masks the pain, and then you start doing things that will cause you more pain. That's why they say you shouldn't take back painkillers for back pain, because you're more likely to damage your back more.
Okay. So I let those 2 axles dry. They need to be painted according to this gunmetal, I think, or is it steel? 6. Oh, where is it?
DA11.
Oh, it's at the back, of course.
Of course it is, dear boy.
Gunmetal, with a couple of bits being aluminium. The drums at the rear being aluminium.
Hello, darling.
Hello. So I'm going to let them dry and move on to these fenders.
Defenders.
And those fenders.
Dart fenders. They get rid of the defenders, aren't they?
No clue.
Yes, they're phasing out Land Rovers by 2030. Everything's getting phased out by 2030. Have you noticed that? It's almost like it was all planned. Julie says, Mikey, what about an unpainted model and let Kaylee have the fun of painting it in her choice of colours, not necessarily in the competition, just in general? I mean, yeah, it could be a competition on Trooper if you wanted to do that. I'm sure she would paint it. She enjoys the painting a lot more than what she does the building, I think.
Sure.
Jim says, hello to all the usual suspects in chat.
Hello, Jim.
Hello, Jimothy. Oh, crap. Right, does that go that way? Or does it go that way? I do not know which way it goes. I'd say it's that way. Okay. Right. Paul says I won't be in the chat next week until Friday. My wife is taking me on holiday. Oh, that's nice. Where are you going, buddy? Hope you have a good time.
The lockup.
Duke says those who say that, Mikey, have obviously never had back pain. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think the main point is if you take painkillers for back pain, don't do anything.
Yeah, but
you don't go lifting stuff just because you've suddenly not got pain in your back.
Oh yeah. It's a bugger.
More careful than what would be.
Yeah, Jim and I were talking at length about back pain and how terrible it can be.
Yeah.
And totally debilitating. Oh. Yeah. But I'm better now.
I hate it where my back goes. It's horrible.
Yeah, but of course, when my back would go, it wouldn't. For me, it wasn't the back that hurt; it was the left leg.
Yes.
But the pain felt like it was in the middle of the leg. Like honestly, for a couple of years, I felt like it was so deep in the leg. I was honestly thinking, oh, have I got like some sort of bone marrow problem or something like that? I never sort of went and got it checked out or whatever. I should have, but I'd never sort of connected the dots up until that stage. I was just trying to go, well, maybe it's this, maybe it didn't make sense because
it's called referred pain, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very strange.
Bloody awful.
I get sciatica quite a lot. That's horrible. Don't like that. Feels like my back's. I can be sat on the bed, and it just feels like my back locks up all of a sudden, and all I can do is throw myself backwards onto the bed to stop the pain.
God, yeah. Terrible. All right, so this panel, once that eventually goes on there, I guess I need to work out what color, what paint I'm going to use. It'll be an olive. I'll look at that later on, but maybe I need to paint these before they go on.
Kay's just come in and said, why is there a Land Rover on the living room windowsill? And I went, because I needed to clear it off the shelf quickly so that I could put something else there.
I know what Jim's thinking now. Why is there a penguin on the television?
What? Trevor says, 1-2 over the weekend, 2 Ringleader books and a Model U figure from Models for You, Model U of Soldier from Telford. Yeah, that's the old guy who he's an ex-squadron leader or something. And when they do the parade where they'll stand on the middle platform in the middle of the arena for Remembrance Day, all the veterans stand there with the berries on and stuff like that. And then he stands there in his full dress uniform, and even though he's like 100 years old and things. So. Yeah. And he barks the orders and things like that. So yeah. It's him.
Yeah, we don't do that. Like our veterans, we don't wear berets. We're not issued them. It's just not a thing. Obviously, I think people wear what they want, and in terms of badges, medals, all that stuff. But there's nothing that we've got that will identify you as a veteran. Like that.
Yeah.
We just don't do it.
Yeah. I've only done it once. Well, done it at Telford once, and I did it at Carnarvon Castle once. That was really weird. That was a weird experience. Very humbling experience. Because it was when they had the Weeping Wall display. So it's like a waterfall of
poppies?
Metal poppies. Yeah.
Okay.
Coming out the window. So they had like a massive area cordoned off where people could put little crosses and with poppies on stuff for their relatives and things. And on Armistice Day, we went and did to the cenotaph in Colwyn Bay, and then we got invited down to Carnarvon Castle to go and lay a wreath and stuff on behalf of the British Legion, or lay some crosses it was, and we all stood there, and we all thought we were just going to, just walk up and just put the crosses down. And this bloody big ex-infantry guy standing, hi lads, and shaking hands here, right, line up. We're like, okay. And the next minute, he shouts for us to come to attention. So we came, without thinking, we all came to attention anyway.
Yeah.
And next minute, he started playing the last post through the speakers in the castle. And we're like, okay. So we saluted and everything. And then laid the crosses. And then as we stepped back, saluted, and then stood to attention again, and the reveille played, the whole all we heard was clapping and cheering. Like, what the hell? When we looked, all the visitors to the castle were all stood on the ramparts watching us. And we're like, oh, we didn't realize that had happened.
So if you're in ranks, right, and you break off, what do? You go right 2, 3, in 2, 3. No, or do you incline 45 degrees?
Oh, you mean like if we're on parade and then we get dismissed or whatever?
Yes. Yeah. So if you dismiss, do you turn 45 degrees to the right or 90 degrees to the right?
It depends what branch you're in. We tended to go 45 degrees and then march off, and the RF tended to do 90 degrees.
Right. Okay. Because I did a catafalque, Anzac Day. Actually, no.
What did we do 90 as well?
It was Remembrance Day in LUD with the they had the Aussies, just every second person was one of us, Air Force, and every other one was RAF. And it was all great. All pretty much went absolutely perfectly. And then at the end, we just break off or dismiss, and we turn 90 degrees and march off. They all turned 45 degrees, march off, and all of us just went to a big sort of smash into each other in the middle and burst out laughing because we had no idea that was coming. Yeah. And all the Americans are just going, "What the hell? What's all this? Why are they wearing roses?" Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did 45 degrees. It's a long time ago, but
yeah.
Officer on parade, dismiss. To your duties, fall out.
Yeah, B30 and B31.
I think that's part of the problem, though. You get that used to doing it that you don't think about it. So years later, it's like, we turned. But then if you actually give yourself the order and reenact it, you go, oh yeah, we did do 45 degrees. I've just been sat here then in my chair going, that's very different. And then sort of moving around on my chair to figure out the angle. Jim says Samsung got very big-headed and started pushing everyone around. Koreans then pulled their shares out, and Samsung lost $2 billion. Replacement phones for us cost them $8 million last Friday. Ooh, yeah, I've not had a problem with them.
I've never had one.
Yeah. June says, Paul, I detect a loophole. Your dear lady did mention bringing you back after the holiday, didn't she? I like that. Yeah, she's going to the Lake District. 2 will go, only 1 will return. Paul says, I'm going to Hastings Coombe Haven Caravan Park. They have also a house on site for Scotty Little Soldiers. Oh, yeah, that's a brilliant charity in the UK, that. So,
what is that?
So Scotty's Little Soldiers is a charity in the UK where there was a guy whose nickname was Scotty, and he was killed.
What are the odds?
Yeah, he was killed in Afghanistan, and his wife noticed that once he was killed, they were sort of the army, obviously, oh, you're not part of the forces family, now off you go. So not only did she lose her sort of support network, her child did as well. So they lost all their friends. They weren't around soldiers and that anymore, which upset them and things. So what she did, she set up a charity in her husband's name called Scotty's Little Soldiers, where they raise funds and they buy cottages on caravan sites and stuff around the country, and they pay for kids and their mums, widowed mums, to go and stay with other families in the cottages for a week, so they can have a holiday together as a military family. So, yeah,
that's very cool.
Yeah, it's a lovely charity. Oh, it's made me emotional thinking about that. What have we got next? Hastings Coombe. Yes, lovely. Patrick, it doesn't take the pain away, Mikey. It just makes it tolerable. Yeah. Jem says, skydiving last week stretched my back to 6'1". I feel great. Woohoo! Jim says, Burma.
Why did you say Burma just now? I panicked.
Matthew says, I sneaked my 48 Toon tanks on the shelf last night. I don't know if they noticed by Sally yet. Yes, the K's on about the Humvee diorama that I did, the vignette thing. Julian says, Mum had sciatica too, Mikey. We think due to tripping when carrying my brother downstairs when he was a baby. More worried about protecting him than herself when she landed. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
With me, it was a combination of things. So I worked for British Steel when I was 18, and I was carrying a compressor that was a 2-man lift, and the other guy decided he wasn't going to place it down. He was going to drop it down without telling me. So that pulled my back out for a few weeks. And then I injured my back when I was in the forces a couple of times. And just before I left, I injured my back on the assault course. I went over a jump and landed badly, and I felt the two vertebrae smack into each other. So they never sent me for X-rays or anything. They just said, "Don't do any don't do anything too strenuous. Don't do any PT or anything." Then I came home and I've had problems with my back ever since. Really.
Mm-hmm.
Junior says, Jem, what brand of phones is popular in South Korea? Don't know. Junior says, Matthew, if she had noticed, I suspect she'd know.
Right. So, these are. I should cut these out because these are
panels.
No, it's more levers and stuff, but these are gunmetal as well, so I need to paint them. B12, B16.
Gino says, hello, Mikey and John and anyone in chat. Hello, Gino.
Hello.
I had a nice chat with Gino last night on Discord. Matthew says, Julian, they appear to be wearing the wrong camouflage. Julian, Oppo, Mitsubishi, Samsung, another 5 lesser brands. My Oppo was excellent. Never missed a beat. It was a beatbox, was it? Julian says, problem with shelves is they're not camouflaged, Matthew. Well, that's true. Matthew says, well, she'll see the knickknacks and the ornaments, so maybe they'll undercover until dusting. Yeah. Paul, all being well, next year I'm going to ride 200 miles off-road in 2 days for M4H and hopefully raise some money for them. Still working on the details. Nice.
Wow.
Well done, buddy. You're a better man than I, Gungadin. Right. So that goes to that one. Goes that way around. Does it go to the top or the bottom? It goes to the top, I think. Yeah, goes in there. Right. Everyone's saying hello to Gino. Our man in Belgium. GM says, Julian, camouflage shells, Mikey phone brands. I don't have a beatbox.
Gino's not our man in Belgium. He's our other man in Belgium.
Ah. The other man. Sounds kind of dirty and seedy.
Because Dieter's our man in Belgium. So Gino must be the other man in Belgium.
Well, he could be the also man in Belgium. Sounds less seedy than our other man in Belgium. Like the other woman or something.
Well, it sounds better than calling him Antwerp.
Well, yes.
Boom, boom.
Not as good as calling him Gino, like, but we have some very strange conversations. David says, hello all, late in was busy. It's okay, buddy. We appreciate you joining, but as penance, you have to make sure you like.
Oh.
Lube and subscribe. Gino says, I can be. Ooh, he can be our other man in Belgium.
He could be.
David says, hello, Mikey and evening, John. Hello.
Hello.
Following Go says, morning everyone, just popped in to say hi and leave a like. Have to go to a fitting for a new cyborg parts. Ooh, interesting.
Ooh.
What are you having? Bob says, saying hello to Gino sounds like Dexy's Midnight Runners on the loose. Hello, Gino. David says, hi, G. Sounds like something out of Fresh Prince. Matthew says, Jem, the random stuff that gets posted here, the Russian spies will think it's Enigma machine code. Oh, we could always do like the Welsh guards did in the Falklands and just speak Welsh on the radios. They'll never understand it. Oh, damn, now we've told them they'll look for a translator. Gosh darn it. Haha. Okay. What is going on here? Have I got this the wrong way around?
Patrick says the diff is tricky to get in place. Locating pins are very tight fit. Yeah, you're talking about on the leaf springs. I noticed that the other day. I just thought, well, that's it's not really a positive fit there, is it?
What the hell?
It seems to be the dips on the diff itself are not large enough.
Oh, bother.
Yeah, I'll look at that later.
Oh, no.
I think, all these little thin sort of rods and levers and actuators, mechanisms and whatnot, trimming all the sprue entry gates on them is just like, there's a lot of them.
So that one goes in there. And that one goes in there. Wunderbar. No one noticed. Julie says, was Our Men in Belgium the sequel to Our Man in Havana? Yeah.
Yeah, it was. A Man in Havana.
Funny you should mention that. Paul, Mikey, you guys really should do this 1/350th Trumpeter HMS Belfast 1942 kit. It's beautiful on the moulding and you guys will love it. I promise you, you wouldn't regret it. John would probably enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
I'm not that into ships, to be honest. We did do ships just for Christmas, and it's still half done, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
It's this is a topic I struggle to sort of keep my attention on. Like, I'm absolutely loving doing that Basher Schlepper as a lifeboat. For me, that's a lot of fun because I'm being creative with it. But ships for me is just lots and lots of fiddly bits that I don't really know or understand. Vehicles, what I understand, because that's what I was as a vehicle mechanic. Patrick says, yes on the springs. And I have a basic understanding of aircraft from being in the Air Cadets. So, like basic understanding of principles of flight and things like that.
Mhm.
So I can, I won't say I overly enjoy aircraft, but especially warbirds and things, I find quite interesting. Jets, I just like, mainly because I don't like doing all the bomb racks and stuff on them. Bob says, Julian, not sure Belgian vacuum cleaners are that interesting. Jim says, hope you'll be leading the Aussie Kiwi 48 and 48 festivities next year, Mr. Marley. You did a cracking job this year. Huzzah!
Oh, thank you, Jim.
June says, Paul, it's a floaty thing. Shelfie might be thereafter known as Wally or Housey if he did HMS Belfast. Mate, I don't even think he'd come on the channel if we got him to do a 350 Belfast. He'd just sort of like hit me on the head from a distance. If he even suggested it.
All right. So yeah, to fit the diff nicely onto the leaf springs, yeah, the square posts on the leaf springs themselves need to be shaved down on all four sides, slightly. A couple of thou.
Yeah.
But that gives it a positive fit. It's not the thickness of the paint. It's just a little bit wider than what it would want to be.
June says, Paul, it's a floaty thing. I've read that one, modders. Matthew says, Paul, I have print files for 2 boats, 150th RC cargo ship and a 116 tank landing craft to do eventually. 116 tank landing craft. That'd be huge.
Oh, yeah, that fits perfectly now.
Jem said, Reno, John Edwards. Oh, shit. Don't break things, stupid boy. Jem says, Reno, John Edwards, bass player in Dexy's band, now with Status Quo, told me what the name stood for. A laxative chocolate moving right along. June says, Mikey, you also said you weren't keen on aircraft too, but now you like them. Yeah, but ships, it's just, I don't know. I find it really hard to sort of get over that wall of enjoying ships.
Sure.
I find sailboats interesting, the old warships.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I think it's a similar thing with modern jets. I don't find them remotely interesting.
I do. The grey just bores me. I know why they're all the same colour, but so here's a bit of a war story. Our J models, when excuse me, sorry, I just had a swig of beer then.
Our J models,
when they were delivered, they were very light grey. Very very light, and we no word of a lie. When they were returning to base, they would we'd hear them and not see them because they were the same colour as, say, an overcast sky. Go forward 8 years or so, they went in for a repaint and they chose a what they called a more warlike camouflage, which is sort of annoying because when we got them, I remember our CO at the time when we were doing the J model purchase saying, it's talking about when they were in Somalia, that the people on the ground weren't shooting at the Australian Hercs because they can clearly see they weren't American.
Yeah.
He was saying, it's good that ours are a different colour to the American ones. And then later on, we painted the same colour as the American ones and then went to war with them and wondering why we were getting shot at. But when they came out with a darker colour, the thing that replaced the H models had a CPI. We were talking to Gary about this the other day, a crash position indicator in the very back of the, what Americans call beaver tail, what we call the duck's ass, that would be jettisoned and then float down like an aerofoil and ping all the way down and ping while it's on the ground. The J didn't do that. We had a transceiver in the base of the tail, the bit forward of the main fin, where the fillet, if you like. Yeah. But there was no cooling there. There's no airflow at all. There's no ventilation at all. So once they painted a darker color paint, what that was doing was melting the housing in that, and that was setting off the emergency transponder with all 3 emergency signals. And there's absolutely nothing we could do to prevent that. And I'd put in all the reports to the SPO, and they were just like, yeah, well, not even. They didn't even consider it. Have you done testing to see how much hotter it is inside these aircraft? Yes, we have. So I said, where was that testing conducted? Richmond? Yes, of course. I said, okay, do you know we were in a desert? Have you tried it out here? Oh, because we'd get calls from Glenbrook headquarters to say, you're pinging, because they could tell which aircraft they had a certain code that the early ones didn't.
Yeah.
And they could tell our thing was going off because we couldn't hear it pinging ourselves. And we just, yes, we know. There's nothing we could do about it. So it was just sort of dumb. I'm just thinking, well, this is clearly a failure. Now deal with it. And they never did fix it before I left. I think the last thing they did is, disconnect them. And I'm just thinking, how is that? Who signed off on that?
Yeah. It's there for a reason.
Well, yeah. So, fortunately, we still haven't lost one yet after 60 years of operating them. 64? Oh, let me guess. Hang on. Get out the beer coaster again.
Yeah.
Don't know. Can't remember. But yeah, 70th anniversary of the first YC-130 flight, August 23, 1954. And this coincided with the 25th anniversary of our J models, 1999 to 2024. So 27 now. And like that. Do like a Herc.
That means it's also 27 years since I started high school. Because I started September 1999.
You might finish one day.
Maybe. Matthew says, Mikey, it's 1.5 meters long. Each section is a 16-hour print. But do I trust it to take one of my tanks out on the canal afterwards? I would say probably not. Given the hundreds of pounds worth of model. Patrick says, go on.
Patrick says, I really want to do the Trumpeter 172nd scale US Marine Corps landing craft air cushion, or LCAC, LCAC, but it's out of stock.
Well, that's just no fun, is it?
Landing craft air cushion. Let me Google that.
Hovercraft, basically. It's big hovercraft.
I'm not familiar with it, so let's have a look.
Yeah, it's basically a massive hovercraft that can carry tanks and things. The United States Marine Corps. Hoorah.
LCAC. Oh.
Yeah, it's not a French turd. LCAC. Jim says, September 1999. Wow, you're old, Mikey. Well, that's what my daughter keeps telling me.
Well, I see why you want to do that. It looks funky. This is an LCAC. Nothing like a turd.
No. Pretty cool, isn't it? It's a pretty cool.
That's Thunderbird stuff right there.
Yeah. The fans on them are huge.
Well.
Absolutely.
And uncharacteristically, that's as political as I'm getting this episode.
Yeah, well done. See, you can do it. You managed it over the weekend.
I'm a mild man, madam, but when I'm roused, there's hell to pay.
Jeff says, John, I tested the C-130J temps myself in Tyndall. I saw temps of 110C in the upper skins and wings, blistering hot.
Yeah, that makes sense. One of our guys, I think I mentioned, was going to get up on the wing to see if he can boil an egg, but he got a forward escape hatch. You get your gloves on, you get up, out, and you sort of hoik around and sit on the top of the airframe for a moment before you get your legs up and stand up on the aircraft.
Yeah.
And he burnt his posterior, so he never actually could manage to get up there. So we didn't do it.
No, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Gino says, looks nice. It does.
It does.
Bob says, ooh, a shrunken SRN4. Yeah. And Matthew says, you feeling okay, Nodge?
Yeah. Well, I said it. Yeah, ages ago. Yeah, I don't really like things that are just grey all over. They tend to bore me a bit. But no, I like Gary Evans. I like strange and unusual stuff as well as colourful stuff.
Yeah.
Just something that if it gets my interest, and I'm happy to build it.
Yeah. It's something that's fun. Right.
Okay. Yeah, but these transceivers in the fillet of the fin, they were literally a big orange square sort of block, and the cases were no word of a lie melting and becoming deformed. And the change with the paint from a light colour grey to a darker grey. So they would have been on the cusp of failing before that, but even the pins at the end of the cable were literally melting, and in some cases the cables were touching each other as the plastic around them, the former, just melted. And they weren't paying attention back in the SPO. I'm just like, we need to get this fixed. This is urgent. Surely drop everything else you're doing and fix this for us.
Yeah. If you're not careful, we're going to lose aircraft, sort of thing.
No. It just we wouldn't lose aircraft. But if one crashed, we wouldn't find it. I see what you mean. Yeah, we wouldn't find it.
Duke says, sorry guys, I have to go now. Doing the breakfast and school run for the grandkids in 6 hours time. Continue having a strong stream. See you later, buddy.
Yeah.
Old pal. Gina says, looks like your armored cars have a lot of fiddly bits. They do.
They sure do.
Which is always fun-ish.
DA30 and 31.
Need to take...
And what colour do I need to paint this all over?
Whatever colour you want, mate. It's your model. 5mm.
No? 7, which is green moss. XF62 in Tamiya. Somebody Google that, please. XF62. What is Tamiya XF62?
Ooh. Need to take 3mm off. 3 poxy bloody millimeters.
It's olive drab.
Olive drab. Thank you very much. I might even have that in stock.
Well, that pinged off somewhere. Matthew says, Night Duke. Gina says, is there PE in them as well? Oh, yes. There is indeed.
There is.
There's PE. There's lots of little fiddly bits. Fiddly bits for the jibbly bits. There you go. Matthew confirms it is olive drab.
Thank you very much.
OD.
I've got US olive drab.
Which
That's
OD?
Raf Dark Slate. Lichtgrün.
Oh, crying out loud. Come on.
Yellow olive. That's not it.
I need another set of hands.
Oh, imagine the fun you could have. No. You'd think I'd have... Okay, eventually I'll need to buy some olive drab. Oh, God, I went to Frontline yesterday and again today. I don't want to go tomorrow. What, with petrol being... Yeah, all right. So there's a chart drawn up. Australia's paying at least... The price increases of fuel. Australia's paying double what the next nearest country is in price rises over the last week since the non-war by The fuck? With you?
You know the rules. Julie says, joke, black wriggly swimming things. One says, Fred, what happens if we're not first to the egg? His mate says, we're tadpoles, Ted. Stop looking up things on the internet.
Right there.
Jem says, ice on a C-130H, 1 - 15 degrees C morning.
No,
Richmond
1 - 5 degrees. Yeah.
I slid off the wing while checking the life raft panels and landed on a cargo pallet on a K-loader below. Still hurt hip and shoulders. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've not done that. I've come close to falling off twice. One was we were doing a tool search. Somebody lost a socket and then it magically reappeared on the toolboard the next morning. The bastards. But a guy, our team was on top of an E-model wing and they were gloss paint. The H's were matte.
Yeah.
But the E's could be a lot more slippery. And one of my mates slipped and he was heading head first down the in between. So at the join of the fuselage to the right wing, he was going down that corner there head first. So I grabbed his ankles, but then I was being pulled down head first as well.
Yeah.
And my Ollie, the corporal, grabbed my belt and held on to us. But you can imagine Simon's upside down, like vertically from his torso forward.
Yeah.
Panicking, screaming, pull me up, pull me up. I'm just like stuck in the middle because it's sort of like, it was a bit difficult. So Spock, my sergeant said, nah, that's it. We're calling the search off. This is bullshit. And we all went home. It was like 4 a.m. But the next shift came in and, they're all doing a tool search. And while everyone was out looking, it's back on the board. No one owned up to it.
Miraculous.
Robert Bob says, "Arr, that outcry loud enough for you, Mikey?" Well, if it wasn't, I can say it again.
No. Jim says, I dated Olive Drab. She must have been a commie. Her wardrobe was very drab.
The A33. Where'd that?
There you go.
There.
What are you up to?
Oh, bugger. I just broke it by trying to break it off nip it off the sprue. Bastard.
We got 17 people watching and 17 likes. Cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told you my intolerant tirades can rate.
Julian says, I'm guessing she didn't drive, Jim, as she did not get in any motor vehicles. You need a car key for that.
Hey! Car key. Drab. Hey!
Their jokes are getting worse.
Awesome.
They're getting both worse and better at the same time.
Oh.
Kaylee should start doing some hoovering.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's right above my head. Because, she obviously knows I'm doing a live stream.
Yeah. Does she have a unicorn onesie?
She does, I think. I know she's got a unicorn dressing gown, and she's got a reindeer onesie, and a Shrek onesie. Not Shrek, Grinch onesie.
Grinch.
I'm just muting while she's doing that hoovering.
All right.
Patrick says, very clever, Julian.
Patrick says, very clever, Julian. That's okay. You can stay muted. I can do the comments. The neon is graffiti. Oh, that's right. No singing. Maybe, with Mikey being muted and Tiff not on screen, maybe I can sing until she tells me. Point taken. Ah, nice try, Nodge.
Yay, it's finally sticking. You even calling yourself Nodge.
Yeah, Nodge. He's an idiot.
There you go, she stopped. For some reason, whenever I'm doing a live stream, she only ever hoovers right above my head. It's almost like it's planned. Julian says, hurrah! I am the Schrodinger of comedians, and I get better and worse at the same time. Jem says, a Vietnamese friend had me on a blind date with her friend. Turns out she was divorced communist official in the north of Vietnam. Stunning beauty, nearly in trouble there. Whoops. Yeah, that would have done your career.
Honey trap.
Jim says, never cross modders, Mr. Marley. Yes, you should know better by now, John. You're kind of like a moth to the flame, aren't you?
Don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Okay, that's no good. Right. I'm just trying to work out. So in step 22, A and B, down here, you're fitting a bracket, like a mounting bracket to the wheel arch. Mm-hmm. And then over the page, what's it up there? We're fitting those wheel arches to the
chassis.
Yeah, well, to the paneling on the side of the vehicle, but I can see where where they both go. So that spigot at the front, it's sort of out of focus. Yeah. That spigot at the front goes there. Yeah, and the other bit goes there. But I'm trying to work out how. So now that I've broken that one, I had to glue it back on. How to get that one lined out, lined up, I should say, before it dries.
Whilst you're doing that,
I think it's a different orientation than what's shown in the diagram.
G says, that's as political as I'm getting in this stream. That lasted all of 5 minutes.
Well, you know.
Yeah. I need...
You know.
That might do it. Right. Where am I measuring to? It says 35mm, but apparently they're not.
Yeah, there we go. So that, yeah, they do get mounted the other way, 90 degrees from what the instructions would say otherwise. See if we can get the other one off without breaking it.
So 30...
A12.
2 seconds and I'll read the comments.
Oh, no, I can do that. Hobby Time's in. It says, hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello, James. Joe says, get wife's car oil change off the list. Done. What's up? Jim says, hello, Hobby Time. Hobby Time says, hello, Jim. Nord says, get a room. Patrick says, hi, Hobby Time. Hi, Joe.
Sounds like Nodge is going off in his own little world.
Hobby Time says, hi, James. Jim says, hey, Joe, how are you? Hobby Time says, hi, Stefan.
Let's see if this fits. This fits with the misfits.
A12, DA30. Right.
21 people watching.
Back to that one. I'm sorry, how many?
21.
Lovely.
Yes.
21. DA. 30. Let's see if I can get this one off without breaking the best. So far, so good.
That'll do. Bollocks.
Yes.
Yes. Like the guy that had a stroke on The Simpsons. Yes. I had a stroke. Julian says, or Julian, depending on who's saying it. Hi.
or Jew says it. Oh no, that's not correct, is it? Certainly not
No,
politically.
especially stuff that's happening in the UK recently.
No disparaging going on there.
No. Holly Time says, hi, Julian. Julian says, 21 watching, 21 likes. Hurrah! Full house. Yeah. Joe says, for your information, not sure who manufactures oil filters for you all, but tech at Autoplace informed me that Fram oil filters are shutting down because owner embezzled $2 billion. I'm sure he'll be pardoned soon.
I'm sure he will.
Joe says, squirrel. Yeah.
Understood.
See, even the chat tell you now.
I don't give a fram.
Right, that can stay there until that's set.
Where's that other wheel arch? There we go.
Jim says, you know it, Joe. Yeah, he says, you know it, Joe.
Yes. But, you know, what can I say?
Whilst that's setting, I shall have a look through my landships and walkout books to see if we have any interesting facts for today.
Joe, special request. Give me a random fact. A fun fact that I don't know on any subject, apparently, except politics.
GM says, Joe, have seen comparisons of oil filters. There's a lot of suspicious filters in the States. Yeah.
Yeah, look, Mikey, when you come to fit these brackets on the wheel arches, forward wheel arches, have them so the it's dark, isn't it? Have them so the rivets are facing inwards, like, oh god.
Yes.
Yeah, so not on the side.
Okay, I will try and remember to check with you to make sure I've done it right. How cool is that?
What the hell?
It's a Vickers machine gun with a rear-facing sidecar machine gun.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you
Sorry,
what. I think Julian is just drooling at the mouth right now. Is that right?
Yeah.
So, Julian says, does self-squirreling get you reported to the RSPCA? Oh, only if there's people watching.
Oh, there you go, the Model T.
Huh.
4-wheel machine gun carriers.
They must be very, you know, I think, yeah, I'll never drive one in my life, but they must be an interesting thing to drive. Seeing, yeah, the throttle's on the steering wheel and pedals aren't in the right order and everything else.
Apparently they're very difficult to drive.
Yeah. But if you owned one, it'd be a wonderful drive around the block, wouldn't it?
That's an interesting vehicle.
Let's zoom in on your quadrant. These are more interesting than my tweezers and Exacto handle.
There you go. So that was a vehicle that was built by the British in Cairo, and it was supposed to be an armoured vehicle for responding to incidents of civil unrest and things like that. But it was that slow that by the time it got anywhere, they the civil unrest had already been stopped and had already gone. So it's more of like an intimidation thing than anything else.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. And one of the things they also did with the there you go, with the Rolls Royces and stuff like that, is they removed the cupolas on top, the turrets, or just left one panel at the front for a bit of armor protection.
Oh, so they left a cupola of them.
Yeah. There you go.
It does look like, you could have the 100-Year War and it still wouldn't arrive in time.
Yeah. It just looks like a truck with giant pillboxes on top, doesn't it?
Must be heavy.
Yeah. There you go. British control of Egypt in 1914 did not meet with the universal approval of the inhabitants, so a certain amount of internal security work was necessary. Armour cars are ideal in this respect, however, only a few were available and at least one had to be built locally. Known as the Terror, which is this one, it was based in Cairo and sometimes referred to as the mother of the Cairo fleet. The chassis was a chain-drive Commer, so old that it was described as ancient in Pilot magazine Autocar in 1916. It was a massive vehicle with a long armoured bonnet and even longer hull surmounted by 2 turrets, which had sun shields on top. Its progress was so slow and stately that it could hardly be expected to turn out to a trouble spot in time to do any good, and the best that could be hoped for, according to one contemporary report, was that it would impress the natives.
Wow.
There you go. There's Lanchester in the Belgian camouflage.
2 PE. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the Rolls Royces and ones. But yeah. Belgian style camouflage. There you go.
Okay, so there's not even any point doing... I can get these off the sprue, but there's no point painting them. Or certainly putting the tyres on the rims, because one will be tyre black and one will be olive drab. But I can certainly prepare them, so I'll do that, because... what I want to do, I'm going to cut out this part, this A1, that big floorboard there, just to see how it fits, because why not?
Okay.
A1.
There you go. So that's one I was looking for. I was thinking of Lanchester and Belgian camouflage. So if I move that light, you see a bit better. There you go. Lanchester's in Belgian camouflage. And there's one being lifted off a ship. A Rolls Royce being lifted off. There we go. It's a good book, this. By Mr. David Fletcher.
Yeah, it's very good, that guy.
He is. It'd be a fascinating conversation, wouldn't it?
I think so. Clearly, it'll be a one-way conversation. I'll be sitting there going, oh, really? Because I know nothing about the subject that he'd be interested in. But I did really enjoy the Bovington, the tank museum. I thought it was wonderful.
Yeah, I'd love to go there. But it's like a 4-hour drive for us.
Oh, that's
and
just
we're not
like to Sydney and back.
Yeah, but bear in mind, we're not used to doing... Even an hour and a half is a long way for us. Going to Telford. We rarely travel over the border. Joe says, "Sí, mucho." Jim, yesterday was National Puppy Day. He also says, "The motorcycle driver has a brilliant moustache, much like General Melchett." Yeah.
Meh.
Joe says, "You guys have my email. I'm retired ICE border controller and 10 years Dallas PD. No politics here, just model building." Yeah. We don't have your email, Joe, but you're more than welcome to talk to us. We hold no grudges here because we don't have a say in that sort of stuff. Jim says, "Julian, I'm still dealing with the news of you wearing rubber skirts around your wheelchair and now self-squirreling." Sounds nutty. Julian says, "Laugh my ass off, Nodge. Yes, I was thinking how to fit a Vickers K for 50 cal to the wheelchair and thinks maybe a modified Wimmick would work." Yeah.
Do it.
What we could do, Julian, is stick a trailer on the front. Or a trailer. It wouldn't be a trailer if it was on the front. It'd be a cart. Because your trailer trails behind you.
By its
Joe
very
says,
nature.
Julian says, Julian, the Humane Society of South Mississippi is the only organization I donate to. I love my animals. Oh,
Lovely.
Mm.
I love animals too. They're tasty.
Jem says, Julian, Hagrid could CGI your armored wheelchair. Interesting idea. Yeah. There you go, Matthew and Hagrid. Something for you to play around with. Julian's tactical wheelchair. You could do it as a holograph. You could do it as a mobile artillery piece or something. Well, not. I wouldn't like to see where the AI would put the gun. Julian says, Mikey, I just posted a pic of a wheelchair with Vickers K to Discord, the Junior X mess. Okay, I shall have a look. So we'll look. Oh, perfect. That'll do you, Julian. There you go, people.
That's so good.
It is, isn't it?
That is so good.
We need to get Julian one for Christmas.
Now it says to paint all these bits interior. Well, the interior parts olive drab. But do you think there would have been, say, an ivory white or white so they can see what the hell they're doing?
Yeah, if you look at the one, I think it's the Lanchester or the Rolls Royce. I think it's Lanchester they got in Bovington. I think that's like a off-white color inside. Trevor says, when you do part 36, put the sides on first.
Part 36.
Do you mean step 36? Good grief. We're quite away from step 36, mate. Step 36 is the box that goes on the... That's step 36.
Yeah.
We're quite a ways from that yet. Matthew says, HMS Julian submarine is on sea trials at the moment. Oops, that's classified. Gina says, I see Julian in it already. Yeah. GM, what about flotation devices for the chair? Yeah, airbags. Hits water and it goes poof and fires him back out of it again.
But didn't we discuss yesterday that flotation devices are not what we have in mind?
Yes. It was ways of getting him across the pool under the water, wasn't it? We could give him a giant slot, but then the pressure of the water would affect how he's able to breathe through the hose.
Oh, it won't be a problem for long.
Well, no. We just have to use pressurized air. And the correct diameter hose, I suppose.
I see. So we've got different angles of approaching this problem then.
Yeah. Joe says, I can see it now. How do we stop him? Throw him in the pool.
Nice.
For anyone that's new to the channel, we absolutely do not condone violence against disabled people.
Oh.
It's just
it's just funny.
Julian finds it funny and things that we come up with these ideas. Julian is fully on board. I've spoken to him about it. He's fine, and he's told me that if we go too far, he will let me know.
And adding to that, nor do we actually encourage or want violence between people who aren't disabled.
No, we don't want any violence. Violence is for assholes. Violence is for assholes, and we don't want assholes on this channel. Do we, John?
No, I'll grab my hat on the way out.
We've already got 2 assholes on the channel, and that's quite enough. Oh, for freak's sake.
All right. Yeah, so you reckon these would be a white inside?
Yeah, or an off-white color.
Yeah, like, I'm thinking ivory or something like that, like an aged white. Much
Yeah,
the
that'd
same
do.
as the what we did for the omnibus build.
Yeah, that'll do the trick, old boy. TBG says hi, everyone. Hi, TBG.
Tibbers. Right, so that
Trevor says yes.
does this fit? Oh my god.
Bob says, I did suggest pontoons, but he wanted to shuffle them. He did.
Oh, it does drop in. Cool. Oh, wow. That's quite a lovely fit. Tell you what, I'm going to move my instructions out of the way because it does look at the screen like it's quite dark. Yeah, I think that's brighter. Yeah. Is that white balance you're talking about? Clearly I haven't learned. That's nice.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'm not going to paint this session. There's only, 10 minutes left, so...
Yeah.
I'm just... what I have got is... Yeah, these bits will be... That'll be gunmetal. I can get out the airbrush and spray them gunmetal in the last 10 minutes. Let's consider that.
Feel free, buddy. Jim says, hello, TBG. I'm still well behind you anyway. I mean, I've got the axles built now, which is good. I've just got to do one more wire, and then I'll be on step 19. So,
okay, yep. So, yeah, I'm not very far ahead of you. All I've done is basically the bottom of the page you're on.
Yeah.
Sorry, the bottom of page 11, which starts with 19. So yeah, I will do it for 10 minutes. I'll just paint these bits gunmetal.
Yeah.
And that'll be me for this 2-hour stream. The olive drab will be another time because I don't have. No, I do, but I don't have SMS. But I prefer SMS.
Yeah. TVG says hi, Jim. Hello. Matthew says the customer specs are a nightmare. Must be able to breathe, fussy bugger. TBG, Periscope Julian. Jim says Julian has a great sense of humor, always has. Part of what I like. Yeah, and it's the same with modders. You know, people, if you're new to the channel, please don't get offended on anyone's behalf because we wouldn't do what we did if we knew it would offend the person involved.
Nah, of course not.
Like when we do the modders' voices, modders has actually told us she likes us doing them because she finds it funny and it cheers her up. So please don't get offended on people's behalf when you're on here.
There we go.
Jim
I won't
says,
move my camera. I'll just stand over here, but I'm still on headset, so hooray!
It's fine. Next comment, please, moderator. Jim says, voice to the bottom of the sea or the pool. Gina says, it's all just a bit of fun. Yeah. Joe, no a-holes on channel. Tomorrow you'll have 2 people watching. No, we have 23 watching now. Jane says, PMSL, just had my wheelchair acting like Barnes Wallace bouncing bomb if the airbag went off after hitting the water. That would be brilliant.
Oh, I'd pay good money to see that.
Just see Julie going boing, boing, boing across the water.
Yeah, but then we'd all get to play it in slow-mo and do it again.
Or if like, do you remember Hogs of War, John? The game. No. There's it was voiceover. All the voiceover and the character voices were done by Rick Mayo, and it was based on World War One. And it was kind of like a 3D version of Worms, but it was pigs.
Okay.
World War One. There's this one battlefield where there's a massive minefield, and if you're able to get into the right position, you could hit the opponent so that the pig fell backwards onto a landmine.
Oh, okay.
If you did it right, the mine would go off, and then they go up in the air, and then land on another mine, and then they go up in the air, then land on another mine, and they just go boom, boom, and with one shot, you just wipe them out. It's quite funny, and I just picture Julian doing that on the pool if we used airbags as a cushion for him to sort of propel him out of the water. Julian says, "Laugh out loud, Joe." TBG, will HMS Julian be equipped with tridents? You really want to trust Julian with nukes? Matthew says, Julian, have you ever been deployed over Niagara Falls in a barrel? That could be what you meant by barrel roll. Joe says, it'll be fun, Julian. Julian, glad you raised that, Mikey. For the avoidance of any doubt, yes, I'm in a wheelchair. No, I am not offended. If I'm ever offended, which is very unlikely, I'm 100% confident people will stop. Yeah, of course we would.
We absolutely would.
Yeah. Matthew says, in the voice of Sean Connery, one ping only.
One ping only. I love that movie. So good.
Adam says, did Mikey just say Hogs of War? I did. I love that game. Adam says, oh my days, I just had a throwback. Yeah. I used to have it on the PlayStation, and I so wish I could get it on the Xbox or on a PlayStation 4 because it was a brilliant game. And it was so funny, some of the stuff he used to come out with when the characters got hit and stuff. Trevor says, just put a pic of Austin car on Discord. Nice. Gino is doing an emoji laugh. Julian says, yes, we'll throw you over Niagara Falls, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Note to self, they lied. Oh, there you go. There is Trevor's Austin when it focuses. There we go.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. Well done, buddy. He's well ahead of us.
Mine's going to look that good. Awesome.
You too could look that good.
I am enjoying this. This is
yeah,
it's a good kit so far.
Yeah, I think people enjoyed the next one as well.
Oh, I'm going to love the next one.
Yeah, love it. GM says, I think Julian would disintegrate on contact with the water at 200 miles per hour. Quite possibly, although he does have quite a hard head.
Keen to find out.
Yes. He does bounce quite well. Even he admits that. Julian says, oh yeah, and every bounce across the pool would be punctuated by fuck it. No, it'd be Julian. 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 Well, that sounds more like a Cossack dance. Oh, that'd be fun. Joe says, any change in stream schedule, Mikey? No, buddy. There's no stream tomorrow because it's not members week. We're back. Oh, actually, yes, there is. There is, isn't there, John? Because we're back on Thursday with, I think, is it the last tornado? Or the second to last tornado?
Oh, I can't remember. It's probably second to last.
Yeah.
It's up to Gary, really, because he's the one that's been missing it.
Well, Gary won't be with us because
Okay.
He's at Battleback this week. And then Friday, we are starting the members' choice build. So that should be fun because we're all going to be building different kits that the members have chosen for us. Again, another benefit if you join the channel membership. Joe says, any change in stream schedule? I've just read that one. Stupid
Yes,
boy.
you have. With a little less affection.
Yeah. Trevor says, who's the next one? What next one? Oh, what is the next one? Well, we're not telling you that yet. We're nowhere near the end of this one.
Oh, I've got a long way to go.
Yeah, we'll tell you when we get to, let's see, how many steps are there? We've got to paint it and everything yet. There's 78 steps, so we'll tell you when we get to about step 40, maybe. Yeah,
I checked today; they still have 3 in stock at my local. So,
well, you know what we're doing, so you can get whenever you want. David says, "Just seen it, Trevor." Yeah, well done, buddy. Jim says, that's where the shark's fin comes in handy then. Yeah. we need to do an AI image of, use a picture of Julian to make an AI image of Julian pretending to be a shark. That's
that would be good.
Julian says,
Sorry.
No, who's on base, Trevor? David says, I'm at section 22 at the moment. What the hell is going on with my computer?
Yeah, so section 22 is pretty much where I am. I've made the bits up, but I'm not gluing them on.
Yeah. Adam says, need to go camera hunting. What the hell is going on with that? Come on. Weird. Trevor says, just in case I have to buy one. You probably will, but we'll tell you in a couple of weeks because we've got quite a while to go on this one yet. Or we could tell people now. I don't know. What do you reckon, John?
I don't have it to show.
Okay. We'll do it when you got it. Matthew says, looks like I have a busy afternoon on ChatGPT. Yeah. Julian says, if I recall correctly, I said yesterday I'd have a shark's fin on my head and scare the crap out of the pool lifeguard. Yeah. Just going around the shallow end. Julian. Julian. You just imagine he goes around his house now going, Julian. Julian. GM's laughing at Julian. Matthew says, maybe they'll be available as STL files for printing, depends on my brain fog. Ooh, we could have a 3D print of Julian pretending to be a shark. Although it could just look like he's got a phallus stuck to his head if it goes wrong. Tiffany says, Adam, link coming to Discord with the camera me and Mikey use from Amazon. GM says, Julian, I saw the replay. There we go. So, the build is going well so far. I'm quite enjoying it. It's fiddly. I'll admit that.
It's not omnibus fiddly.
No, it's not omnibus fiddly. I think, but there again, was that more fiddly or was it just there was a lot more fiddly parts?
Look, I think like the chassis was as complicated as this one. I think no, you're right because I'm forgetting about last week. Getting those the
wires,
the wires in the like the pedal actuator rods and whatever. Yeah, it was fiddly, but
I think
it all fits.
Now that we're getting towards the panel work and stuff, it should get a little bit easier.
It's going to look different. I mean, now we've spent weeks. This is episode 6.
6, yeah.
So there's 12 hours so far of just the chassis. So now we're moving on to the rest of the build. So it gives you an idea how, this is not a 48-hour build.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, though. It's good.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like keeping Tuesdays as World War One days.
Oh, well, if you keep it World War One, I'm there.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I think that's what we'll do, is keep Tuesdays World War One days, because there's so many World War One kits and they're lovely to do. Even the less complex ones, they're just really nice to paint and weather and things.
Yeah, but, all the other tanks that came later look like it's like repeat, rinse, repeat. And the tanks back here were very different indeed. So it's always interesting.
Well, we've got tanks, we've got trucks and all sorts, haven't we, that we can do. TBD says, I think Julian would be safer in the toddlers and babies pool. However, it would be dangerous for toddlers and babies. Yeah, probably. But at least it gets some traction there. Adam says, merci, Diff. Gino says, good idea, Mikey. And thank you, buddy. And Patrick says, to me, fiddly is fun. You're lucky you're endowed the way you are. Then. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. So, as I said, we're back on Thursday with a tornado build, 12 till 2. And then Friday, we've got the members' choice builds. What are you building for the members' choice? Have you showed them?
I think I have.
Yeah.
I'll grab it again. Oh, this one. It's a huge beast.
Yeah.
That's
going to be cool.
We'll see.
Is that the forerunner to the B-52, is it? The prototype? Sort of
No. Yes, no. This is, the aircraft they had in service before the B-52.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the first B-52 had the cockpit arrangement like that with one, the pilot and the weapon systems officer behind him.
Yeah.
Because later for the production ones, they put it side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing the ARL-44 French heavy tank, but it's up on the shelf, so I'm not getting it down.
Yeah, it's just it's an elegant aircraft. It wasn't in service too long, about 10 years.
Yeah.
But it was a big change. I mean, this was, 10 years after World War II.
Yeah.
And to have wings swept back at that angle with, jet engines and all that sort of stuff, comparing this to
well, it's like the Vulcan, isn't it? It's just a massive technological leap from the
it is. I mean, that compared to a B-17 Flying Fortress, it's remarkable change, isn't it?
Yeah. It's mad. There's a massive leap. Matthew says, Tuesday, World War I Special Interest Day. You've got a few tanks to do yet. Yeah, we've got tanks. We've got vehicles. We could even do trench dioramas at some point or something like that.
Yeah. I tell you, we're not going to say what the next build is, but we'll tell you what it's not. It's not the FWD ammunition carrier by ICM that we both have in the stack. It's something different.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Jem says, hi. Patrick, is that 172nd or 144th?
This is 72nd.
Yeah.
It's massive. That's each wing.
That's why I do tanks.
Yeah.
Chino says, looks cool, John. Excellent.
It does.
Right.
Always liked the plane.
Don't forget, Lubin Subscribe. Take part in the Discord. Don't forget the members challenge. Don't forget to join us Thursday, 12 to 2. Tornado build. Until then, cool var for now.
Oh, I forgot to say a room. Hey, Rude.